Hey guys, kinggath here with some mod news. Today we've got a new Watchtower patch. We've got huge Voiceapalooza stuff going on starting tomorrow with Wes Johnson. And we've got some new add-on packs for SS2 players. But of course, before we get into all of that, we got to thank our patrons. And I noticed that we've got some new folks coming in May. Most likely Watchtower fans, so a huge shout out to the Starfield community. And I'm going to shout out a handful of you guys today who joined up recently. If you don't hear your name and you did sign up recently, don't worry, I'll get you in the next video. So a huge shout out and thanks to Carol Dvorak, Ronald Domoon, Curtis Miller, TJB, and Tyler Johnson. Thank you guys all. You guys rock. And again, if I didn't get to you today, I will soon. We're going to get into some patching again with SS2 soon. And of course, we always got our news at the end of the month, so we'll keep things coming. So first up on the news, tomorrow at 3 p.m. Eastern, join us on my channel as well as the Fallout for Hope Twitch channel if you'd rather watch there. We're going to have Wes Johnson on and he's going to record a character for a new free Fallout 4 mod that we're going to be making this weekend. So if you want to watch him record live, he will have a camera in his booth so you can actually watch him perform the magic live, record the lines for the character that we're going to make for him over the weekend. Once again, that's 3 p.m. Friday, tomorrow. Come watch Wes Johnson record his character. Then this weekend, starting at 8 a.m. Eastern, I am going to kick off our Modathon. So at 8 a.m. until midnight Sunday, so, or I guess that would be technically midnight Monday, so we'll say 11:59 Sunday. So for 40 hours straight, there's going to be people modding, hopefully people nonstop during that time. We're going to try and keep my channel alive by passing control over it from person to person over the weekend. But if you go to simsettlements.com/charity, you will see a grid of all the different people who are going to be streaming throughout that. We've got Eleonora, Adelino, Niher, Nero, Erica Ember, Fox Sylvada, and Wanya of Concord Stories. We've got several members of the kinggath Creations team, including myself and Sag, who does our quest design. We've got Jazz Hands, who does all the music and the KGC stuff, and many more folks dropping in, guest stars and beyond. So go check out simsettlements.com/charity. We're doing all this to raise money for the Alzheimer's Association as part of Voiceapalooza. So it's going to be a huge weekend. And then Monday at 9:30 Eastern, the plan, and I say the plan because those of you who have tuned in years before know that things can go awry, but the plan is to reveal it live on Gopher's channel. Again, Wes Johnson will join us as Gopher plays through it. We poke fun at the playthrough, and then we release it to all of you so you guys can play it and install it into your characters as well. So again, it's gonna be a free Fallout 4 mod. We're gonna build it all live on camera over the last 10 days. Sir Rick of kinggath Creations and Oscar of Mind Games have been working together to write a really cool story and a new companion for you guys to have for your games. And then of course, you're gonna get all the other goodies that come in the mod, new piece of armor, new player home, new weapon, and who knows what other goofy stuff we're going to give you along the way. So hopefully you guys will join us and help us make this year even more successful than last. I'm really excited for this. It's a lot of fun to see how much we can do in such a short amount of time and see how all these different people work together. And personally, I love going back and watching some of the VODs to see how some of the magic is done, because I only get to see how I do it. I rarely get to peek behind the curtains and see how other people I work with, or just those that I respect that I don't work with directly often, see how they work. It's a lot of fun, and you guys can come take part in that. All right, now let's talk Watchtower. So Watchtower was a much bigger hit than we expected. A lot of people checked that out throughout May and June, and we've got the second patch out. Now, patch 1.0.2 fixes a lot of bugs that have been bothering people. We've got Portuguese subtitles in now, so now we've got Spanish and Portuguese, and we're currently working on getting German, French, and Italian in over the next month or two. There is a new gameplay setting in there called Ambush Chance. So those of you who have felt that Watchtower takes over your game and you feel like you can't do anything else, we have a setting for that now. It's called Ambush Chance, so that after you have that initial encounter with Watchtower, you can slide that all the way down as low as possible, and it will make it very rare that you get attacked by Watchtower. So if you want to turn it into more of a random encounter system until you're ready to dig into the quests, you now have the ability to do that. Then on the opposite end, for those of you who just want more and more gigantic battles, you can crank that up all the way the other direction, make it even more hardcore than it is. So we will be looking into adding more gameplay options and quality of life stuff in the future, but we're gonna take it slow and steady because every new thing we add slows down the time to get through QA. As many of you noticed, it was in QA for quite a while. So that is part of the consequence of having such a gigantic thing. It takes a little while to get patches pushed out. All right, next up, we've got some new add-on packs for you guys. The first one, I think many of you have been requesting from me for ages, and CBR Gamer is here to save the day, and that is unlockable conversion plots. And this basically allows you to get access to the many plots that you normally can only get by random chance by using the salvage beacons out in the world, the Mark 1 salvage beacons, to try and capture plans for new buildings, which is fun to unlock new buildings. But if you are one of the hardcore component level players where you really are trying to set up a network of settlements that are perfectly balanced, having some of those conversion plots is pretty fundamental to your experience. And so CBR Gamer has a series of unlocks that happen just by building more industrial. So if you are a big fan of the component level gameplay, if you want the complexity in your settlements and you don't want to have to rely on the RNG to get access to those conversion plots, CBR Gamer has you covered. Now, we do have plans in the long term to add something similar to this, an unlock system via HQ, but it could be a while before that gets out to you. So CBR Gamers is going to be a great solution, and it might be a better solution, as not everybody wants to get into HQ. Maybe you don't want to play the story, but you want to have those plot mechanics going. So CBR Gamers got your back. So go check out unlockable conversion plots. All right, next up, we've got MS More Storage Containers by M. Salaba, and this is going to add a ton of new junk storage options for you. And in the description of his mod, he says, hey, I can turn basically anything into scrap or supply storage. Leave a comment if you want more options. So if you're looking for some more interesting, unique supply or junk storage options, check out MS More Storage Containers. This could be your solution. All right, then the last bit of news I had on my radar is a little birdie told me that the plot design contest is returning in August. So they're looking currently at the week of August 26th, and they told me what the plot type was, but I'll wait in case they change their mind. There's a long time between now and then, but if you enjoy building plots or you enjoy being part of the contest or just watching the contest from the outside, we do have another one coming up at the end of this summer. All right, guys, that does it for me in the mod news. But once again, I'll ask, please join us this weekend. Come tomorrow, watch West. Come over the weekend, cheer us on as we build this mod. It is going to be an amazing, crazy, sleepless weekend, and we're excited to see what we can put together, raise a bunch of money for the charity, and hopefully make something awesome for you guys to play. All right, guys, take care and enjoy the mods.